Soul and God, Jung's Second Night in the Red Book, A Journey into the Divine Within. Welcome to Life Balance Central. In today's episode, we're exploring Chapter 2 of Carl Jung's Red Book, where he deepens his dialogue with his soul and encounters a profound question. What is the relationship between the soul and God? This chapter reveals insights that would fundamentally reshape our understanding of spirituality and psychology. Key themes. Building on our previous exploration of Jung's initial reconnection with his soul, this chapter takes us deeper into the nature of that relationship. Jung discovers that his soul isn't just a lost part of himself. It may have qualities he previously attributed to the divine. This realization challenges traditional religious perspectives and opens up new ways of understanding both psychological and spiritual experience. The chapter begins with Jung speaking to his soul about their reunion, expressing gratitude for how she guided him through life, even when he wasn't conscious of her presence. Through dreams, through bold acts, through journeys he might otherwise have feared, his soul was there, though he had forgotten her. Psychological insights. Jung introduces several revolutionary psychological concepts in this chapter. First, the idea that what we perceive as divine guidance might actually be the work of our own soul. This isn't a reduction of spiritual experience, but rather an elevation of psychological reality to a sacred status. He also explores the concept of psychological projection, how we often attribute to external sources what actually originates within us. When Jung asks his soul, "Are you God?" he's confronting a fundamental question about the relationship between human consciousness and divine reality. The chapter presents a radical notion that the soul might be both incredibly ancient and eternally young, both infinitely wise and surprisingly childlike. This paradoxical nature of the psyche became a cornerstone of Jung's later psychological theory. Practical applications. This chapter offers several practical insights for our own psychological and spiritual development. Inner dialogue practice. Notice how Jung speaks with his soul, not as master to servant, but as seeker to guide. Try approaching your own inner dialogue with this kind of respectful curiosity. Dream attention. Jung mentions how his soul spoke to him through dreams. Consider keeping a dream journal, paying attention to recurring themes or guidance that might emerge. Questioning assumptions. Practice examining your own religious or spiritual assumptions. Where might you be projecting outward what actually exists within? Modern connections. In our current era, where traditional religious frameworks are often being questioned or abandoned, Jung's exploration offers a middle path. Rather than choosing between pure materialism and traditional religion, he suggests a third way, recognizing the profound reality of psychological experience. This relates particularly to contemporary discussions about mindfulness and spirituality. Many people today describe themselves as spiritual but not religious. Jung's work helps us understand this phenomenon not as a rejection of the sacred, but as a recognition of its internal dimension. Reflection points. When have you felt guided by something deeper than your conscious mind? How do you distinguish between external guidance and internal wisdom? What would it mean to consider your own soul as having divine qualities? How might your relationship with spirituality change if you viewed it through this psychological lens? Closing, Jung's exploration of the soul's relationship to God opens up new possibilities for understanding both our psychological and spiritual lives. It suggests that the divine might not be as far away as we imagine, that perhaps the sacred is found not just in houses of worship, but in the depths of our own psyche. Share in the comments. How do you understand the relationship between psychology and spirituality in your own life? Have you ever had experiences that seemed both psychological and spiritual? Let's explore this profound territory together. Subscribe for more insights from the Red Book and other psychological wisdom traditions. In our next episode, we'll explore how Jung's understanding of the divine continues to evolve through his inner journey. Hit that notification bell to join us on this path of discovery. This is Life Balance Central, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding. Remember, we're building on the foundation laid in our previous